So here we go, I've got the old famous garden line lawnmower. For those who recognise it, this is an LD lawnmower. They're actually self-governed, so they don't have a throttle. All they need is an on-off switch. So all I'm going to show you how to do is to do a service. So this is a 4-stroke, so it just takes normal fuel. You don't have to mix the oil with it like you would with a 2-stroke. So all it needs is fuel, it needs air, and it needs a spark. So let's pull it apart and I'll show you how to fix it. Alright, so I'll go through each of these three things one at a time, and look, just skip the section till you get to where you want, but let's start with the air filter. So I don't know whether you've still got a sticker on the side of yours, but this little thing here is just a primer, so you hit that about, it says 3 times on here, but 3 or 4 times, and that'll pump some fuel into it to start it. Now if it's been hard to start and you've got no idea what to do, the first thing you can do is you just undo this little thing here, and here you'll see is the air filter. So the air filter is this bit of foam that goes around here. So I'll take it out. You've got to be really careful that you don't get like any dirt or anything here, because that just goes straight into the carburetor. And you want to make sure that this is all like dust free, it's not all clogged up. So you can just either wipe that down. Please don't spray it with water or anything like that. So you can see it's got a little bit of oil in there. Now what I'll do with this air filter is I just rinse it out. You can rinse it out with a spirits or terps or something like that. And what you do is once it's clean, I'll show you a little tip, because it's supposed to have some oil on it. So this is not an ad, but I'll hit it with some WD-40 or CRC or equivalent. Or if you've got a really light oil, you can just put a light oil on it, and then you're not saturating it. All you're doing is making sure it's got a light oil coating on it, just so that it traps some of the dust and the dirt. Alright, so I'll clean it up and I'll show you how to put it back in. Alright, so I've cleaned this air filter up, and I've just sprayed it quickly with a little bit of WD-40, and you can just squeeze it out, make sure there's nothing in it. And hey, look at this, don't throw your old bathroom towels out, because they make great rags. So all I'm going to do is we're going to make sure that this filter sits in just around that little groove that's in there. I'll just hold this still to make sure that, see all these little plastic lugs, make sure that it's around there. It's not, none of those are folded in. Alright, and now we'll get the cover, and you're going to make sure that that clicks in to those little, there's 2 little lugs in there, and make sure it sits in properly. And then you're going to push it in and just make sure that this clips in here, just like that. There, just test a little bit. So there you go, that's how you change the air filter. So next we'll go on to the spark plug. Now the spark plug's in behind here. So you pull this off, pull this cover off, and now if you didn't get a spark plug spanner with your mower, most of them come with it, then you can just find a extension socket. But I'll pull that out and we'll have a look at the spark plug. Alright, let's move on to the spark plug. Now this has got to come off. It pulls out. It's actually pretty hard to get off sometimes, so just lever it out. If it doesn't come out, just be very careful. You can use a piece like a pair of multi-grips and just pull it out. So once it's out, it's actually, you can just get it out of the road. And here's your spark plug spanner. This is a tool that comes with the mower. So we're just going to make sure that this gets in here, and we'll take the spark plug out. So I've just loosened it off and we'll take it out. So this just unscrews, and you want to have a look at it now. Just see if we can make sure that that zooms in and you can see it okay. So it's a little bit rich, this one. There's not much you can do about it, but while we've got it out, we'll change it. We'll put a new spark plug in, and then I'll show you where to check the oil. So I've just put a new plug in, and these don't over tighten them. Just make sure that as soon as they're seated, you just turn it quarter of a turn, and then we're just going to make sure that this goes back on. And it's got a, see if I can show you right down in here. So if you see right down in the end there, that clip there has to go around the end of this, the end of the spark plug, and that's, you'll know that it's on because it'll just do a little bit of a click. There you go, that's all done. Alright, I said at the start of the video that this needs 3 things to run. So it needs fuel. Fuel goes in here. It needs air, nice and clean. We've cleaned that up. It needs spark, which is in there. Put a new plug in. And so the next thing you need to do is just make sure that you check the oil. Now this is the most ridiculous, craziest design ever. But just unscrew this. It's got a little tiny dipstick on it, and you can see how much oil it's got in it. Now this is way past full, so I'll just whack it back in. It's got enough oil in it. You can work out how to get oil in that yourself. Now here's a little problem with these mowers. If you tip this over to make sure that you can get into the oil, then all the fuel runs down into the carby and it's going to make it hard to start. So avoid tipping these things over. If it is hard to start, after you've tipped it over, just let it sit for a while, and then give it another go afterwards. But so there you go, that's how you service your Aldi mower. If you wanted to do the blades, this has just got one blade underneath. Alright, now that I've started that, I'll show you quickly. So there you go, it's just got one blade and it comes out from a center bolt. If you want to sharpen those, you can just sharpen them up, but otherwise that's your mower, job done.